Applying fixes. Apply an Autosys workload automation fix on Linux. In this module, we will learn how to download a fix from the Broadcom support site, how to apply the fix to Autosys workload automation on Linux, and how to verify the fix is applied correctly. In this video, we will demonstrate the steps to apply a fix or patch to Autosys on Linux. We may obtain a patch or fix file by downloading it from the Broadcom support site or receive it directly from the Broadcom support team as a result of reporting an issue. Let's see how to download a patch from the Broadcom support site. We go to the Broadcom support page and log in. Once logged in, we navigate to the Broadcom support portal, go to the My Downloads section, and select Autosys Workload Automation. Then go to the Solutions tab. These are the different solutions available. We go down and select Autosys Workload Automation Server Multi-Platform. In our example, we will apply a fix for the 12.1 version. These are all the fixes available for the version. We will apply the Autosys Workload Automation 12.1, Cumulative 1, on Linux. The fix number is 99111682. We click on the Download button, and the download starts. When the download is complete, we receive a zip file. There are two files. The first is the fix in a tar.z format, and the second is a txt file with instructions on how to apply it. We will copy both files to the Autosys Linux machine where the fix will be applied. The two files are now on the Linux Autosys server machine. We are going to apply the fix on the server. Let's open the txt file with the instructions. Before starting the installation, it is important to read and fully comprehend the instructions. Here are the steps we must follow to apply the fix. It also explains the problems solved by the fix and some frequently asked questions. Let's review the document. It first mentions that this patch is for Autosys version 12.1. Let's check which version we have installed. We enter the Autosys command autoflags with option A to determine the Autosys version installed on the machine. The version is 12.1. We can also run the autoflags command with option C to get the version, service pack, maintenance level, and build number. When we apply the fix, we will see some of these values will change. Let's go back to the document. It also mentions the patch applies to machines where the Autosys server or client is installed. In our case, we will install it on the server. This fix doesn't apply to WCC and agent-only machines. The next section will address some of the most commonly asked questions. The upcoming section provides information about the issues that have been resolved by the patch. This section, Problem Resolution, is about how to apply the patch. It directs us to download the patch, the tar.z file, from the Broadcom FTP site to a temporary directory and follow the next steps. First, log in as root on the server and execute the commands to stop Autosys services. We go to the server. We have already logged as root. We stop all the Autosys services. If the patch includes updates to the database and your Autosys is in high availability or dual event server mode, you should stop the services on all Autosys servers before applying the patch. The next step is to back up the Workload Automation AE directory. You can create the backup using any method you prefer. We follow the procedure in the document. We copy the command line and run it to navigate to the directory above Workload Automation AE. The upper directory is /opt/ca. We copy the line with the backup command. Paste it on the command prompt and execute it. The backup is workload automation ae.prear12.1com1. The next step is to unpack the tar.z file. Assuming it was downloaded to the tmp patch directory, we decompress and extract it by running the following commands. We first go to the temporary patch directory. Here we have the tar.z file. We are going to decompress the file. We go back to the document. First, we run a gunzip command followed by the file name. And then we execute a tar xvf command. We execute the gunzip with the name of the tar.z file to decompress it. Here we have the decompressed tar file. Now we will execute the tar command with the xvf option to extract the contents of the tar file. These are the patch files. Now we need to change the install_incr script permissions to make it executable. We copy the chmod command line. And paste it on the server command prompt. Here's the script. This script is the one that applies the patch, and it is not yet executable. We run the command, and the script is now executable. Next, we have the instructions to run the install script and apply the patch. These are all the options the script has. This is a summary describing what the script does. Here's the explanation of each option. Next, we have examples of how the script can be executed to get different outcomes. For example, run the script with the v option to check for database changes in the patch. There are different examples. In our case, we can use the example number 10. This example will apply the patch, which has database updates, on a Microsoft SQL Server database, with a database named AEDB. The Autosys on our server uses a Microsoft SQL Server database. Let's duplicate this line and adapt the command to our environment. This is the duplicated line. We have changed the database name and the database server name to adapt it to our environment. We copy the command line to the prompt and execute it. We enter the password for the Microsoft SQL Server SA user. This patch applies changes to the database. It is recommended to back up the database before applying it. The patch application begins. It checks if the Autosys processes are running. If so, it stops them. It backups the existing files and replaces the original files with the patched files. Applies the changes to the database. The patch application finished successfully. We go back to the document to see how to verify the patch was applied correctly. Here's how to verify if the patch was applied correctly. There are 3 ways to do it. The first option is with the autoflags command. The other 2 are using database queries. Let's try all 3 methods to understand how each one works, but you can verify the patch application by using just one of them. We enter the autoflags command with the option A, and we can see the version has changed from 12.1 version to 12.1 version with maintenance level 01. And the build changed to 0312, as shown in the document. The build number is 0312 and the version number 12.1 with maintenance level 01. If we execute the autoflags with the C option, we can see that the maintenance level is now 01. We have Autosys version 12.1, Service Pack 00, maintenance level 01, and build number 0312. We have verified the patch is applied. Now, let's validate it using the database queries. We enter the Microsoft SQL Server command SQL CMD to log into the database. Let's execute the queries in the document. We copy the first query. Paste it to the command prompt and run the query. And we get that the Autosys version is the 12.1 with maintenance level 01, as it is in the document. We now copy the second query and execute it. And we confirm again that the Autosys version is the 12.1 with maintenance level 01. With this, we have verified we have applied the patch correctly. Let's go back to the document. If you have databases in dual event server mode, the query should run on both databases. The next and final step according to the document is to start the Autosys services in each of the instances with the following commands. The document also includes the steps to roll back if the fix doesn't apply successfully. For this fix, we need to stop the Autosys services and restore the Autosys directories from the backup. Update the databases according to the instructions in the document. Verify the fix has been correctly removed, and if so, start the services. We have now completed the installation of a fix or patch on a Linux Autosys server and verified that it has been applied successfully. In this module, we have learned how to download fixes from the Broadcom support site. The fix file is in tar.z format. We should read and fully comprehend the instructions included with the fix before applying it. We must back up the Autosys install directory before applying the fix. If the fix also affects the database, then the database should also be backed up. We apply the patch by executing the install_inc or script file. We use the autoflags command or the SQL queries in the fix instructions to verify the patch was applied correctly.